Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube. Here to give you the tools and the guidance to break through the fear that I know you've experienced. Hopefully not anymore. And if you experience it, you're not letting it control you, and you're going after the awesome life that you could be living every single day. How? No matter what challenge comes your way, you will be able to look at it and recognize that nothing is random, and that everything you're experiencing has a solid, beautiful reason, and it's all for the good of you and mankind, and it's an opportunity to rise above it. Now, we can stay in the dense place. We can have the opportunity or the challenge or whatever, and we can handle it in a completely different way and stay in our dense, safe little place, which changes nothing. And you can live a whole life like that, of never being fulfilled, of always feeling lack, of always feeling unfulfilled, of never feeling like you're really where you need to be, or doing what you want to truly be, or expressing who you really are. Now, I'm going to talk right now about how do you deal with those feelings, and how does meditation come into that? Now, get a lot of questions, and I'm going to have a lesson, hopefully at some point when you watch this. My courses will be online that you can take, where I'm going to guide you through meditation. So I'm going to do a brief one here. I think people have this idea of meditation as it's some mystical, special experience. Of course, it will be, can be. And the more you do it, the more you will experience that. However, I know people that sit down the first time that they meditate and something magical happens. There's no perfect way or method to do this, to reach that place. Sometimes you just connect to that energy, and you won't know when that is. But so many people are thinking about that. I'm supposed to feel a certain way. I'm supposed to, it's what's supposed to happen. Or I was thinking the whole time and it was just worse. It's okay. So I want you to understand what meditation is. It's a practice every day to quiet the mind. It's a practice every day to get control over the gateway of total abundance and manifestation. What is that? Pure love, pure joy, pure creation, creating like that. Knowing that what you want to be and do and have is already there and done. Being at peace with that, because now I just sort of have to, let's see what shows up. Oh, somebody called me. Here's part of my journey to get there. Wow, this is cool. And then you experience the joy and the journey of getting to the final result that's already done. And having faith and knowing that it is done. And when you go to the peaceful place, you open up to that, because that peaceful place questions nothing, knows everything, and still doesn't have to have all the answers. Why? You don't need them. You're in bliss. It's like, I don't need to know anything. There's nothing to know. That's all human created stuff. There's all this, what's this and what's that, and give it up. Just go into the nothingness. That's the answer. That's the highest answer. The abyss. That dark, limitless, endless, unknown space. And not being afraid to go there. It's not a dark, negative place. It's a limitless, anything you want space, which allows you to go to the dark side if you want to. Go, do, explore, be. Get your ass kicked, and then you'll come back. Maybe, hopefully. If not, oh well, we'll see in some other dimension when you get there. But I know that's not you. So let's talk about the basics of meditation. Meditation is training your mind to shut down the chatter. There's no reason to ever have talk in your head. You don't need to analyze anything. You don't need to, unless you're a scientist and you're on the job and you're looking at stuff. And if you're in an awakened state, you're actually not even thinking. You're actually just knowing certain things. Your thinking goes to a completely different level. And I know there's some of you on the other side that understand what I'm talking about. Because everybody else, well, of course we have to think. That's ridiculous. No, you actually don't. You can actually go to a level where thinking is not required. You have a knowing, you see things, you see how they work, and then you know what to do. It goes to such a high level, and meditation opens up those doors. Einstein, Tesla meditated. They used meditation to tap into that absolute, all answers are there, that space. So I want you to understand that it is just shutting down the false chatter, the beliefs, the fears, the negative feelings, all that stuff. It's just learning how to calm it down, and eventually it will shut up. And then what happens is in your daily life, it stops talking because you've trained it not to. So meditation is basically this. I use a lot of guided meditation because I love beautiful music, and it makes me cry because certain sounds will resonate with you. I suggest you go on YouTube and pick something beautiful. You can go to Joe Dispenza. His are a little different. Listen to him on iTunes and pick one that you love. Start with a short one. I'd say 30 minutes. If you can do 20, that's great. Go to 30. I do 2-hour meditations at a time. 45 if I don't have a lot of time. And I don't want to come out of it because it feels so awesome. So then I'll do another one later on. You can do them in bed, but sit up. Now, if you want to do a sleep meditation, that's cool. Joe Tracy, Treacy, has some guided hypnotic meditations. He talks you through relaxing and connecting to your higher self and relaxing everything in your body and feeling the energy. And he has several different ones with beautiful background music. And you can plug that in, and if you need to, lay down to go to sleep and eventually go to sleep, at least you're hearing that and you're calming down. He's talking, so you have a tendency to not think when somebody else is speaking, right? And if they're saying good, peaceful words, that will calm you down. So my suggestion is to go with the guided meditations and music. Preferably guided, because if you do just the music, you still might get the chatter. You can do that for a while, and then maybe you go to the music, and then maybe you go to nothing. I can sit down and shut everything off. And I could sit there for 2 hours some days. And there's nothing. And there doesn't need to be anything. There's nothing I need to think about. Now, try to take care of anything urgent. Go to the bathroom. If somebody's waiting for a phone call, do it before you meditate, or something you need to do, send an email, get it done so it's not on your mind, because you are a human being. And say, for 30 minutes, I can walk away, and there's nothing that's going to stop me. And make a bond with yourself, a promise to yourself, that no matter what you experience, you will not get up before that 20 or 30 minutes. All right? Because this is the breakthrough. When the chatter starts, a lot of people will quit. This isn't working, and that is the total opposite way of handling it if you want to break through, because breaking through means sitting with something until you overcome it. That's a breakthrough, not a quit. You quit, they'll never break through it. You're training yourself to walk away every time it's difficult. This is how I spend my life. I don't walk away when things are difficult. I train myself to break through difficult situations, and that's how I succeed. And meditation's the same. When you want to break through, you have to sit with it. And then you watch it like a cloud, all right? So when you hear the chatter, don't say, this isn't working. Say, you know what? It is working. I'm now watching those thoughts. I'm observing, I'm aware of them instead of me just blindly walking around and blah, blah, blah all the time. Now I'm going, okay, I'm actually going to sit and watch those thoughts. Wow, there's a lot of them. Ooh, they're usually negative. I'm hearing some negative stuff. That's not good. And then you say, watch it like a cloud, and it's going blah, 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 blah. And then you watch it go by. Then there's silence. Then, uh-oh, here comes another one. Oh, wait, hey, you better handle that situation. Don't react to it. What'll happen is they start to fall and fall. And then you sit there and you think, wow, this is silence. And then you stay with it. I suggest you close your eyes and don't fight what images come in. I actually have visions sometimes while I'm meditating, so sometimes I'll actually see things. I used to try and change them because it was stuff I didn't want to see. Oh, that's, I would change it. I don't now. I go, okay, why is this showing up? I don't know what this is. Who is that person? I've never seen them before. And I just watch it. But I don't act on it, like I don't start thinking about it. I just go, okay. And then eventually, boom, that stops. And maybe I'll see beautiful scenery. So you might see things while you're meditating. It's not always just blank. And then sometimes I just see darkness, and then maybe sometimes light. Usually just darkness. Don't be afraid of that. That is the nothingness that is beautiful. See, we associate darkness and nothingness with negativity, and that's not true. That is all part of the one. And it's beautiful. We're the ones that put meaning to all of that as negative. I've told you guys this before, spirits that come to visit. 9 times out of 10, they're really nice guys. They're just lost, and maybe you have a gateway that opened up and they're connecting with you. And if you're on a lower frequency, they may connect with you not because they're evil, but because they're lost and upset. They're like, oh, and we're like, evil stuff's visiting me. No. We are putting names on all this stuff. It's just not true. There's never anything to be afraid of. There's nothing that can harm you. Nothing can harm you. Well, somebody could kill me. No. They can damage your body, but they can't kill you. You are endless. Nothing can be created nor destroyed. Nothing can be created. Isn't that interesting? We just transform everything. Now, when you go into the quiet space, you're opening up to the quantum field of which everything can be transformed. It already exists. So when we say nothing can be created, it's like, wait a minute. You keep telling us we can create whatever we want. Yes, from things that already exist. Isn't that exciting? So everything you've ever wanted already exists right now. You just have to open up the gateways and let it in. So sit, be aware of your breathing. What that really does, it just gets your mind off of thinking. And I don't even like to do that. Sit down with it. Allow the thoughts to come through and continue to do it every single day until which time you're going to find out there's one day when you have a mystical, beautiful experience that you never expected. So, practice every day. It's just really simple. Sending you light, love, blessings, joy, abundance, prosperity. You are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Thank you for the blessings and miracles you're sending my friend right now. Namaste.